it's Jennifer. Don't look at my armpits, they're still in winter mode. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my school routine. My life as Ava actually made this video, and I thought it would be the perfect kind of video to show you guys a day in my life at NYU, what it's like going to college in New York. And you guys have been asking for this video for so long. So this video is going to be split up kind of into two parts. The first part is just me going about my day, showing you guys around NYU. And then the second part, I'm going to be answering more of you guys' specific questions about college, about NYU, all that kind of stuff. I'm also going to be answering some basic questions during the video. Also, if you guys want to see behind the scenes of my life for this video, I started daily vlogging. Definitely check out my vlog channel. Some really cool stuff is happening on here. The link will be down below. It's called Jen's Life. You should go subscribe. Make sure to like this video, not just emotionally. Subscribe if you haven't already and you like my videos. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. This is what my Instagram page looks like. I love interacting with you guys and I love talking to you guys, and I favorite pretty much all of you guys' tweets that you tweet me, so it's a good time up in there. Without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to my day. If you watched my school morning routine video, you might remember these clips from it. As I mentioned in that video, it takes me about 15 minutes to walk to class from my dorm room. Also, I filmed these clips like 2 weeks ago. The weather was like really nice and warm, but then suddenly last week it got super cold, and you can tell because I really had to bundle up on the clothes. So yeah, East Coast weather is pretty bipolar. And I actually just finished my freshman or first year of college. Woo! So this is what one of my classes looks like. A lot of the classes at NYU are pretty big because it is a pretty big school. Here are some of my friends that I sit with. Here's just me taking some notes, you know, occasionally falling asleep. Okay, like I fall asleep a lot in class and it's pretty bad. And a lot of you guys were asking me what major I'm in, so it's called Media, Culture, and Communication. The classes that I was taking this semester were History of Media, Media and Cultural Analysis, Psychology, and Advanced College Essay, but Psychology was probably my favorite course this semester. It's actually really useful, so if you ever get the chance to take a psychology course, I would definitely recommend it. So I typically have 1 to 3 classes per day. And if you don't know how college works, or I don't know how other colleges work, but for NYU, each course is split up into different days, so that's kind of spread out throughout the week, so you meet a couple of times per week. So yeah, I usually have time in between classes, so sometimes I'll go study, do some homework in the library, or there's a lot of cool spaces at NYU, so I just find somewhere to go sit and do my work. And sometimes, maybe a lot of the times, I may or may not be procrastinating, saying goodbye school, I'm leaving, but then I realize education is super important, so you know, stay in school, guys. And I also find like literally any place that I can take a nap, and I will take a nap there because school is stressful. Man, it is stressful, so I always take naps at school. And here, this is just me being me, fooling around, swinging on an electrical cord like it's a vine, just channeling my inner Tarzan. But after being in class or doing some work, I head over to a dining hall to get some food, and here I actually have 3 boxes of food because if you go to NYU, you will understand the struggle of trying to use up all your meal swipes. Trust me, it's a thing. So I have a box of fruit, a quesadilla, and some salad, and I just thought that this food looked really photogenic. You know, fruits honestly deserve more love in the world. I love fruits. Anyway, here's me eating my quesadilla. It was really good. And here's my friend Nicole. Look at us, totally studying and working hard. I've been painting every fence I know, every color pleasing to the sun. Sometimes after class I will get some bubble tea because there are so many bubble tea shops around NYU. This particular day I was trying out Boba Guys for the first time. It was pretty good and it looks very nice for Instagram, and all their drinks are very photogenic, so would recommend for Instagram pics. And I love my bubble tea so much. During first semester I used to get it every single day. It was kind of bad, but it was so good. Sometimes I will walk through the park, other times I will sit in the park. This is actually Washington Square Park, and because NYU doesn't have a campus, this is pretty much just our campus. We have a giant park and it's pretty nice. This day it was like really sunny, so I decided to sit out here, drink my bubble tea. There's always stuff going on in the park, and on this particular day people were getting people to write down what makes them happy on the cement, and me being me, obsessed with Shawn Mendes, I wrote Shawn Mendes, so just me in my natural habitat. And then we also have a cool fountain, and there was a rainbow that day. It was really cool. And here's me doing my thing, frolicking in the park. Honestly, you'd be surprised at like literally how often I just randomly break out into, I wouldn't even call this dancing, it's just weird. It's weird. I don't know. Sometimes I like to just sit on the grass and do some studying, do some homework. It's really nice out there and it's very relaxing, so I like it. I like it. I also sometimes like to do some people watching, scout out some boys. I don't know, the possibilities are endless. But usually it is pretty cold, so the park is not an option. I like to just go back to my dorm to study, or to the library, or there are some secret locations on the campus that I like. But yeah, that's pretty much my school routine. So I hope you guys enjoyed that portion of the video. Now I'm going to move on to answering some more of you guys' questions. First question is, what residence hall are you in? I lived in Founders Hall. I really liked it because it was super big. Founders has really big rooms, but it's like a little bit far compared to the other dorms that you could choose because you have to walk like 15 minutes to school, and that might not sound like a lot, but during the winter time when it's like super cold and like snowing and hailing, it's not so great. Around how long do you spend either working on assignments or doing homework on a typical day? I am actually not really sure, because sometimes you might not actually be doing physical work like writing something or typing something, but you're just doing a lot of thinking. I think that's the difference between high school and university. In high school you do a lot of work that you have to do a lot of writing for, like you just have to do stuff physically, but in college you have to use your brain a lot more. In that way it's like more stressful and it takes more time, and even though you have less assignments, it still feels like more work because you're actually thinking now. So I would say on a typical day, like 5 hours of work, maybe a little bit of procrastination. Next question is about tuition. So NYU is not a cheap school to go to. It's also something that I struggle with. Oh man, it's first of all really expensive to live in New York, and also it's a private school, so it's just that much more. So my tuition is about like $70K per year, which is so much money. Luckily though, I kind of got a scholarship from NYU, but NYU doesn't actually usually give out like financial aid or scholarships, so I'd say you have to be pretty financially stable to go there. I make money from my YouTube videos, so that definitely helps. I'm definitely not like a super rich person who can totally just make the money rain. This is definitely a struggle to like pay off all the bills. In your opinion, what's the most unique thing about NYU? Probably that there's no campus and you're literally in the city, which I have grown to like a lot more, because everywhere you look, there's like a new restaurant to go to. There's just literally the city to look at. You can see like all the buildings. My view from my dorm was incredible. If you guys saw my dorm tour, just there's a lot of like fun stuff, and there's always something to do around you. Do you sometimes fight with your roommate? Love you lots. I love you too. And no, I literally have never fought with my roommate. I literally love her so much. She's probably like one of my best friends at NYU. We get along super well and I got super lucky. Some of my friends weren't so lucky with their rooming situations, but I was super lucky and she's amazing. Do you ever get homesick? I'm going to uni next year and I want to move out, but I get homesick a lot. So I thought that I was gonna get homesick a lot, but weirdly enough, I really didn't at all. I thought I was gonna be like, oh my gosh, like I need my mom's cooking, like I'm gonna die. But I was fine. I mean, nowadays you can really just like FaceTime your parents if you really need to. I feel like I was busy enough to the point where I didn't really think about home and stuff. Obviously, sometimes school kind of sucks and you're like, oh, I wish I was just home. Like, with my family. I mean, I guess I enjoyed university enough to like not feel homesick. And if you need to deal with being homesick, there's always like FaceTime and Skype and everything. Definitely bring pictures of your family or your friends from back home. Is college fun? This is a subjective question. A lot of people say that college is like the best time of your life. I haven't exactly experienced that yet. My theory of why I don't enjoy it as much as people say you're supposed to is because I literally lock myself in my room during the weekends to just like film and edit, so I don't have much of a social life. I have friends, but I don't like go out a lot. A lot of people go to NYU because you can just like go out a lot. Next year I definitely want to go out more and like explore the city more with my friends and make new friends. Do you make your own food? I actually don't. My dorm didn't have a kitchen at all, so we had to rely on dorm food or like dining halls, which is like not that bad. A lot of people would complain about it, but honestly like I'll eat anything, so I was fine with it. After a year you might like get tired of some stuff, but there's always like new restaurants that you can try. There's like restaurants literally everywhere, so you're not gonna run out of food. How is New York City? The weather and people in everyday life, is it really crowded like people say? The weather, oh my god. The weather in New York is literally bipolar. It just shifts constantly. In the winter it gets super cold and it snows a lot and you still gotta walk to school. Oh, and as for being crowded, it really depends on where you go. If you go to like the touristy locations like the Empire State Building or like Times Square, it's super crowded, but on the streets it's like not that bad. I mean, just going to school and stuff, like it's not like I have to walk through like obstacles of people and stuff. It's not like Times Square. So yeah, it's just the touristy locations. How are the teachers at NYU? So I have had mixed experiences. The main thing is you have to check ratemyprofessors.com. I did not know that was a thing before I signed up for my first semester classes, and that was definitely a mistake because it's not really the course material that is like important, it's really the professor that's important, because you can get a course with really interesting material, but if the professor can't teach well, then like you're not even gonna learn that anyway. Definitely check their ratings online first to see if they are good or not. How do you manage stress and your mental health / well-being at university? NYU actually has this center for mental health and stuff. You can walk in at any time and like go talk to them. Personally, I like to just talk to my family and friends about it. Just like talking to people helps a lot because you realize that you're not the only one going through stuff. I mean, literally everyone gets stressed in college, and oh my gosh, you need to sleep because sleep just makes the biggest difference. And I noticed that like when I didn't sleep, which was like every day, I would fall asleep in class and like I couldn't pay attention. I remember specifically like one time I got like 2 hours of sleep, and then in my psychology class I fell asleep for a good, I don't know, like 20 minutes, and I was missing like a good chunk of my notes, and for the exam I was like, what do I do? And a bunch of you guys asked, is freshman 15 real? If you guys don't know what freshman 15 is, it's basically in your freshman year you gain 15 pounds for multiple reasons, and I would say freshman 15 is definitely a thing. I don't actually weigh myself, so I don't know exactly like the weight, but I feel it in my body. Like I know that I'm... The frickin' birds need to stop chirping it up in here. So I definitely felt the freshman 15, and a bunch of you guys noticed it too. Like, I'm not offended. I know that I'm unhealthy. I definitely want to get more healthy. I've been trying to go to the gym more, but it's a struggle. If you are going to university, I would definitely recommend trying to eat healthy. Don't go for the pasta every single day. That was me in first semester, and that like really contributed to the freshman 15. So stay away from the pasta. Eat a lot of fruit, veggies, chicken. At NYU, the dorm food, they don't really have that many healthy options unless you want to eat a salad every single day. So yeah, those are all of the questions that I'm going to answer today because I think the video is getting a little bit long. If you guys have any more questions about the application process or anything else about college, I might do a video just dedicated to that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like it if you did, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!